You know, I had never really heard of these tag videos on YouTube until the beginning of the year, actually. Um, in my related videos, this video popped up from a channel called June's Music Corner. Big ups to him. And he basically had participated in this vinyl tag video. The video was started by a guy named Rob Walker. Apparently, he's been doing this for years, but I had never heard of this. Um, Now, June's Music Corner, he shows some really cool records on his video. A lot of cool rap and R&B albums, and I definitely wanted to participate. So I ended up doing a vinyl tag video, and then I also did a soul tag video, a soul vinyl tag video, who where that originated with DJ Vinyl Vertigo, which was cool. And then I did like a comic book tag video on my own that I started. So about 5 months ago, I came across a video that was actually a hip hop vinyl tag video by Lavelle Andrew. That's the name of the YouTube channel. Big ups to him as well. And his video was really cool. He showed some really, really cool rap records. And I was wondering, you know, had anybody done one for 2024? Because his video was for 2021. So I had kind of forgot about it because I was thinking maybe I'll do one for 2024. And I forgot about it until recently. And I go, I wonder have did anybody actually end up doing that? So I was looking around YouTube and I couldn't find anything, just his 2021 video. So I decided that I was going to do a vinyl tag video that was exclusively rap music, exclusively rap records. Now, Lavelle Andrew had like 15 questions, and I didn't use most of those questions for my tag video. I came up with some other questions, most of them anyway, not all of them. But I came up with some other questions that I thought would be a little bit more in depth about certain records, a little bit more stimulating to talk about, and some questions that maybe not all of us as vinyl collectors could even answer. I know some of these questions were hard for me to even, try and answer, and I'm the one who made some of these questions. So that's what we're going to do now. Halfway into 2024, this is officially the 2024 rap, some call it hip hop, rap music vinyl tag video. All right, we got 15 questions. Let's go. Question number one is, what was your very first rap purchase? For me, it was the first self-titled album by UTFO. This came out in 1986. I bought it soon after it came out. It remains one of my favorite rap albums that I own in my collection. Obviously, it has a lot of sentimental value because it is the first rap record that I ever bought. And this is my original copy, I believe. This was one of those records that I've bought, more than one over the years, but I've given some away as gifts. But this was my very first rap record. Now, question number two. Now, when Rob Walker did his last video, one of the questions he asked was, show a Blue-Eyed Soul record. Or was that Vinyl Vertigo? That was Vinyl Vertigo, I'm sorry. DJ Vinyl Vertigo asked, show a Blue-Eyed Soul record on his tag video. And I was like, Blue-Eyed, what does that mean? Well, apparently it means that's just a white guy, a white person that does soul music. That's what blue-eyed mean, I guess. So my question number 2 is, show a blue-eyed rap record from your collection. And make sure it's not Eminem. We don't want to see him. Go a little deeper than that, a little further than that. Let's see if you can go past Eminem and past the Beastie Boys, because those are pretty obvious. Well, my choice for that is none other than Brian Austin Green. Yes, that Brian Green from 90210. This is a 12-inch from the single off of his first album. It might be his only album as far as I know, called You Send Me. Now, I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong. This song is incredible. If you like Souls of Mischief, if you like The Far Side, if you like World Renown, groups like that, real laid-back, soulful, jazzy rap music, then you will love this 12-inch. I love dropping this 12-inch when I'm doing DJ sets. And I even have the super duper rare album sampler of the album One Stop Carnival. Am I saying that right? Yeah, One Stop Carnival. I don't know anybody else besides myself who actually owns this album sampler right there. I saw one on sale, or I saw one for sale online a couple of years ago. I think it was like $200. So this is pretty rare, and I was actually looked for this for years before I actually found it. So that's my choice for a blue-eyed rap record. Question number 3. Show a 10-inch rap record from your collection. How many of you guys got any 10 inches in your collection? See, that's a hard one. And I only have a few, but the one I want to show you is from Oxygen. And it's a song called Gone Diggin'. If you don't know this song, you need to go and listen to this song and check out the video right here on YouTube. This is probably, well, not probably, there's been a lot of rap songs about digging for vinyl, digging for breaks, digging for samples and all of that stuff. This is the best, by a long shot, record ever recorded that's all about vinyl digging. This is the one. This is the one. So you want to go find that. This is rare. You might not find it, or you might have to pay a few bucks for it if you do find it. This originally came out on 7-inch, and later on this 10-inch version was released, and it features a remix of the song too. And it's on yellow vinyl. And mine is autographed by Oxygen himself. You know what I'm saying? Because we go back like a Cadillac with 4 flats. And you can see how, if you're real in tune with some of the old school rap music, you can see the whole tribute to the MC Shan album with this album right here. So yeah, make sure you go grab that. You want to grab that. Oxygen Gone Digging. That's my choice for the 10-inch record. Question number 4. Show a record from your favorite female MC. I happen to think that Heather B is the best female MC of all time. This is my number one, my personal number one for female MCs. One of the reasons why I say that is not only is she skillful, but she raps aggressive like a dude. You know what I'm saying? She's not all with that feminine nonsense that, you know, makes you think female before you think rap. I mean, you can throw her into the mix. You don't even realize, you know, it's a female rapping, because she just comes hard, rugged, and raw. Not too many people are touching her. So Heather B, Raw Digga, Lady of Rage. Those are like my top 3 female MCs of all time. But for right now, for number 1, this is my favorite record by a female MC, or a record from my favorite female MC. Next question, what we got? Number 5 is, what was the last rap record that you actually bought? Now, I actually have a few in transit right now, but as far as record that I have in hand, the last record that I bought was this record called The Fabulous 5, and it's sort of like an EP. It's got a few songs on it. Call It What You Want, Easy Being Cheesy, and Master Plan. So 3 songs. This came out in 1999. Now, this is actually a local Phoenix record, and I collect all of the Phoenix rap records. So this one, finally got my hands on it. And I just got it like literally, I think I got, yesterday. Came in the mail yesterday. Very, very hard record to find, but it's a local Phoenix record produced by Twerp, who did a lot of records and a lot of production for a lot of Arizona artists back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So the latest record I found is Fabulous 5. Let's see. Question number 6. What's a rap record that you bought twice? Meaning, you bought the record, for whatever reason, you got rid of the record, and then later on, for whatever reason, you ended up buying the record again. Show me one of those records. Okay, so my choice for that would be Beastie Boys, Ill Communication. I know what you're wondering. Why would you get rid of that? I'll tell you why. This record was very, very different for me because I've been a Beasties fan since day one of them being on Def Jam. Day one since they did She's On It on Crush Groove. Was that Crush Groove? Song that they do She's On It on. I think that was Crush Groove. Anyway. I bought this record from a record store on the east side of Milwaukee, my hometown, called Earwaves. And I took it home and I listened to it and I go, no, man, no. There was a few that I liked, but as a whole, I was like, and it was like $20 too. And so the owner of the store, his name was Dave, really, really nice guy. And this was the first and only time I've ever done this, but I took the record back to the store and I said, Dave, I really don't like this record, man. Is there any way that I can just trade this for something else? He was like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. He was a nice guy. And so I gave it back to him, and I think I ended up grabbing, if my memory serves me correct, I grabbed a couple, like $20 worth of stuff. And one of the records I grabbed was the 12-inch for Tribe Called Quest, Left My Wallet in El Segundo. And turns out when I got it home and I listened to it, it was on green vinyl, and it had a remix of Pubic Enemy that used the Rock Skate Roll Bounce beat from Von Mason. And I was like, oh my goodness, this record had been sitting in that store forever. And I just happened to get it because there was nothing else in the store that I was interested in. So I grabbed that 12-inch, and I forgot what the other 12-inch was. But it might have been an album. But I grabbed 2 records and traded it for this one. So I'm like a huge, huge, huge Beastie Boy fan. So later on, some years down the line, I decided, I have to have all of their stuff. I gotta have it. And I think what it was Check Your Head. That album was similar. Like there was some of the songs I loved, So What You Want, Pass the Mic. There was, but then there were some that were just weird to me. They had all of that the weird sounds on it, and they were distorting their voices on some of the songs. And I just remember buying that album, listening to it once, and then I just filed it away. Filed it away in my records. I didn't touch it for years. And then I slowly started listening to it years later, and then I ended up loving it, especially the song Gratitude, which is like a straight rock song, which I hated at first. Then I loved it. I ended up loving it. So it kind of made me appreciate what was on this record as a whole. So I didn't check your head back. I just filed it away and just, forgot about it. But anyway, so this is a record that I bought twice. Bought it, got rid of it, and ended up buying it again. So where we at? We're at question number 7 is, what is the most valuable rap record in your collection? This one, I'm just kind of guessing at it. Back in the early 90s, 91, maybe 92, there was a local rap group from my hometown of Milwaukee called Richie Rich and Scratch. They had done 2 releases. Their second release was called Granddaddies of 'Em All, and it was a cassette-only release. For whatever reason, I think they were planning on doing a vinyl release, but it didn't really happen. But they did end up doing some test pressings. And I have one of those test pressings. So this was nobody seems to know how many copies of this were actually pressed up. Nobody's really sure how many are floating around out there. But I can tell you this. I finally found this thanks to the homie Kid Millions out of Milwaukee. We're going to talk about him again later. But he found a copy for me. And I know that he sold another copy for $1,600 some years back. And I've been offered $1,000 for this one, which I turned down. So I don't know if that's still the value of it or if it's higher or lower. I'm not exactly sure. But what I do know is it's staying right here in this collection. I know that much. So I might have another one that, maybe have that same kind of rarity, but I'm not for sure. But this record right here, this Richie Rich and Scratch, Granddaddies of 'Em All, test pressing, I was offered $1,000 for it. So I'm going to go with this one as my most valuable record. So next up, what is a record in your collection, a rap record that has lots and lots of humor, that's just funny, that's fun? Well, this question immediately made me think of this record right here. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Rock the House. Another one I bought right after it came out. This record was huge. It was incredible. I remember when Parents Just Don't Understand, when that 12-inch came out and it was all over the radio and it just cracked us up. It was just so funny. So when the album came out, everybody went out and bought it. And like, there's other than Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, there was another song called Just One of Those Days, Taking It to the Top. There's a song on here featuring Ice Cream Tea called Guys Ain't Nothing But Trouble. And there's another song called Don't Even Try It. All of those songs have lots of humor in it. Really, really fun, funny stuff. I miss humor in rap music. So this was my pick for a record in my collection, a rap record in my collection, that has lots and lots of humor. Okay, so question we got question number 8. Question number 9 is, what is the most that you've ever spent on a record? For me, it's a 12-inch Milwaukee release from back in the day. MC Groove is the name of the group, and the name of the song is It Gets Better. This was from 1988. Now, the thing about this record is nobody had really heard about this record. And the story goes like this. MC Groove put out another 12-inch back in the 80s. Um, I think it was called Death Rock. And as far as we all know, that was the only record that they had ever released. Now, it turns out that they did record this song, but they didn't put this song out. I was talking to this guy online. I wish I could remember his name. I don't want to get his name wrong. I think it was it Incarnita? It was some guy from Europe who was a heavy uh, rap, hip hop, electro vinyl head, and we were talking online. And he asked me, did I have the other MC Groove record? And I told him there's only one MC Groove record. And he goes, no, there's another one. I go, well, there's different MC Grooves out there. There's more than one. There's like 3 or 4. And he goes, no, this is the one from Milwaukee. And I go, nah, man, I'm from Milwaukee. I think I would know. He's like, no, my friend, I tell you what, give me a couple of days. I'll send you a picture of the label, and I'll send you what is it, MP3 of the song. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Sure enough, the very next day, he sends it to me. And I see that, I listen, I go, sure enough, it's a Milwaukee record, and it's MC Groove. So I call back home, and I'm asking everybody, hey, have you heard this record, this, that, and the other thing? No. Well, DJ Sherman from MC Groove, I ended up talking to him, and he tells me, I remember recording the record, but we never put that out. That record was never released, not by us. So it turns out that somebody, I don't know who, I don't think anybody really has put it together, but somebody got a hold of that song and they released it. And I'm not sure if it was released here or if it was released overseas. But yeah, when that popped up, I was on the hunt for it. So I don't know how much longer after that I ended up seeing one on Discogs. And the guy who was selling it, he was over in Europe somewhere. And he said something like, he was short of dough. He didn't want to really sell it. I think he had more than one copy. I think he had like 2 or 3 copies of it. But I hope I'm getting that story right. That was years ago. But I know he said he was kind of short on cash and needed to sell this. He had it posted for $600. There was no way that was selling for that. $600 or best offer. So I put in a best offer of $200. I hope I'm saying that right. No, $300. I put in a best offer of $300. And he hits me back after a little while, and he says, hey, somebody else in Mexico, I believe he said, offered him the same amount of money. He said, but I'd rather, no, let me take this back. I did make an offer of $200. And he said someone in Mexico offered him $300. He said, but I would feel more comfortable if I shipped to the U.S. opposed to shipping to Mexico. So if you can match that guy's price, I'll be more than happy to, sell it to you. So I don't know if that was accurate or if he was just trying to get a few bucks more. I don't know. I'm not sure. It didn't really matter because I accepted that offer. So I said $300. I go, done. So that's how I was able to get my hands on this record. And I had only known of to this day, 3 people at the time who even had the record. So $300 is the most I spent on a record ever, and it was this record, MC Groove. It Gets Better, secretly released by who knows. Okay, so now we're at question number 10. Show off one of your autograph rap records. Now, I have a ton of autograph rap records, but I just grabbed the one that was closest to me. This one is framed, so I'm going to try not to show you the glare, but this is Goody Mob Cell Therapy 12-inch, and you can see all 4 signatures on there from the guys. I met those guys at the Jam for Peace concert in Milwaukee back in the 90s, soon after this record dropped. Actually, it was right after, I believe, right after the full-length album dropped. And the Jam for Peace tour was this humongous concert that lasted all day. It started at noon. It ended at midnight. There's probably, I don't know, 30, 40 groups on there. There was a lot of people on that stage. Houdini was there. Monica. Luke. Big Daddy Kane. Tribe Called Quest. MC Light. Criss Cross. There was a lot of people on that show that day, and we got to meet a whole lot of them, interview them. I believe that's one of those concerts I snuck backstage to, but that's another story. But this is my autograph record that I want to share with y'all. That was question number 10. Now, question number 11. What rap record do you own multiple copies of? Well, there's a lot of them. Not a lot, but there's a good handful or so of records that every time I see them out in the field, I'll just buy them. I'll just buy them. I have several copies of Tila Rock's one of his albums, Big Daddy Kane's first album. But the one I wanted to show you was this 12-inch of Gumbo, Basement Music. Gumbo is part of that whole Life Music group. They're out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown. And whenever I come across it, I mean, it's not a rare record. It's not an expensive record. It's a really good record. And you can go online and buy them for a few bucks. But whenever I'm out in the field somewhere and I come across one, I'll pick it up. This one actually is the ones I DJ with. So there's 2 copies in there. So that's 2. And then there's a 3rd copy. And then there's a 4th copy. And then there's a 5th copy. So, and I had a few more, but I gave them away as gifts. But a record that I have multiple copies of, one of them would be Gumbo, Basement Music. So let's move on to question number 12. Question number 12 is show 7 7-inches. Now, there was one 7-inch that I really wanted to show you guys, but these other ones were basically the first ones that I came across, because I have a lot of rap 7-inches. So we have here Kwame, The Man We All Know and Love. B-side is The Rhythm. We have Molly Maw and Craig G, Dropping Science. That's off of the first In Control Molly Maw album. And I wanted to make sure I grabbed all records with picture sleeves for the record. Number 3, Redhead Kingpin and the FBI, Do the Right Thing. This one is actually an import too. I generally take the price tags off of my records, but sometimes I leave them on because it reminds me of certain stores that I dig. That one came from Academy Records in Manhattan, only $3. Next one is Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Mr. Dabalina. This one is a French import. I actually picked this up while I was out in Sweden, Gothenburg, Sweden. No, I didn't pay 75, but whatever the Swedish equivalent of 75 is, that's what I paid. I'm not sure what that is anymore. I don't think it was too much though. Here's another one, Fat Lip. What's up, Fat Lip? Left that price tag on there because I bought that at Aaron's, a famous record store in LA that's no longer around. You don't see this one too much. And then here's a cool one that I came across that I thought I'd show you guys. This is Crisscross Shame. And the cool thing about this one is the picture sleeve folds out and it actually doubles. Make sure the record doesn't fall out of here. There's the record, and the picture sleeve actually doubles as a poster. This is like 24 by 30, something like that. So how cool is that? Crisscross. And the one I definitely wanted to show you guys because I thought it was really cool and it's a really rare import is the DLC Portrait of a Masterpiece. I saw DJ Scratch pull this out several years ago while at a party in LA, and man, this record was going for between $200 and $300 for the longest. I ended up, believe it or not, finding this for a lot cheaper. I don't remember what I paid, but it wasn't anywhere near that. Anyway, it was within reason. I'll put it that way. So that's a rare one right there. How many of you guys have seen that one on 45? All right, so we're on question number 13. Show a rap record from one of your favorite indie labels. Well, there's a lot of indie labels that do rap music, but the one I wanted you guys to know about is Dope Folks out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, this is owned by Kid Millions. Him and his homeboy own this label, and they specialize in doing they reissue lost rap, forgotten rap, rap stuff that was never released, demos that were never released, or just rare rap records that are really hard to find, really rare, and really expensive if you do come across them. So it's really cool. Here's one with the Alcoholics, back when they were known as ESP, Everyday Street Poets, and this was early demos from them before they got signed to Loud Records. So this is the kind of stuff that you'll see at Dope Folks. Another one is the Nonce. Stuff that was never released, unreleased, and rare songs from them. Here's another one, Casual. Meanwhile, that's a bunch of rare stuff. There's songs on here that's featuring Tajay and Opio and a bunch of other Hyro guys. Here's another one, Young Z. I'm a huge Young Z fan. No Brains, Class Musical Meltdown. Really cool one. This is part 1. That's a part 2 of that. This is the kind of stuff you'll find on Dope Folks Records. Here's a Mixmaster D. That original 12-inch was going for hundreds of dollars back in the day, so he was able to reissue this, so a lot of people who couldn't find it or couldn't afford the original copy were able to finally own it. And you got to jump on a lot of those Dope Folks releases, because a lot of times they sell out immediately. They're doing big things over there. They have been for a while. Check them out, dopefolks.com. Tell him Daryl D sent you. Big ups to Kid Millions. Okay, so we are at question number 14. We're almost at the end of our list. Question number 14 is, show an album that features an artist from another country separate than your country, the country you live in. There were a few that I thought of, but I couldn't find, but another one that came to mind right away, and I hope this qualifies, I did the best I could, is DJ Crush out of Japan. Now, yes, DJ Crush is a DJ slash producer. He's not a rapper as far as I know, but he does have a lot of Japanese rap artists on this album. He also has, some American artists that you might know on this album as well. I bought this album back in the 90s. This is Malite. I hope I'm saying that right. Off of Mowax Records. I can't pronounce the name of my favorite song on here because it's written in Japanese. But it's really, really cool. I don't understand a word the guy is saying because he's rapping in Japanese. But I love DJ Crush's production. So I had to pull this one out. I bought this from a store. What was that store called? Oh man, I can't even remember. Wow. I'm gonna kick myself later. But yeah, I remember the record store downtown that I bought this record from back in the day. $21. And that was a lot for an album for the mid to late 90s whenever I bought this thing. So, we're down to our last question, question number 15. This will be an interesting one. Question 15 is, show a rap record. It could be a 12-inch or it could be an album, but show a rap record in your collection that has two different covers. Two different covers, same album, same songs, same album title, just two different covers. Let's go back to Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince with Rock the House. Now, we talked about this record earlier, but it was years and years later that I realized that the second album cover for this looked just like that. You believe that? Does that look familiar? Does that album cover look familiar? It should, because it's a tribute or montage of the Run DMC King of Rock album. Run DMC, Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Run DMC. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, so these are the two different covers for DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince Rock the House. Same songs, but just completely different covers. So that does it. That does it for the 2024 Rap Vinyl Tag. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that some of you rap music collectors who are right here on YouTube with your own channel will participate, because I would love to see what rap records you guys pull out. I'm going to list the questions down below so you know what to go by. But until then, I am personally calling out Lavelle Andrew, who inspired me to do this video with his 2021 video, Embarrassment of Rich, June's Music Corner, Cut Productions, and even Brother James SD. I'm calling all of you YouTubers out to come and do a vinyl tag video 2024 for your rap music. Let's go. Till next time, this is Daryl D. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.